video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashie. Hello, Dashie. Oh, we missed you, Dashie. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks down below, super chats as well, and then become a member as well. Also, wraithx.eth domain name, and this is not financial advice. It's never financial advice. I am so drained. Just traveled back from the great state of Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Met a couple of great people there. Obviously, I had a bunch of friends there. Happened to meet Bobby Carpenter again. I met him a few months back. I didn't know it was him. Known as the General. Met Tom Cusino as well. He's a buddy now. Talking about OMI and Veve with all of them. Pretty much everyone that I had met. Part of the reason me going out there was to basically explain to a bunch of people that, hey, why Veve, why OMI, and why not other stuff. And if you're doing any type of trading, like if you're, let's say, like God's Entry or anyone that has extraordinary skill with technical analysis, you will probably agree that up until OMI gets utility and up until OMI is on exchanges, you are probably better trading a lot of other coins. Doesn't matter what it is. Like for trading, as long as they're on decent exchanges, as long as they have volume, you're probably in a good area to go and trade that over trading OMI. Because you could have the best technical analysis in the world, the best TA. You could say like, okay, well, based on the 4-hour moving average and the 36-day moving average, the reverse head and shoulders here, it's going to go down to this point and then go up to this point. And you could be 100% right. And then because we have so few volume, 750,000, I think is like the upper end of normal where we usually are. If somebody comes in and decides to put in a couple $1 million, their TA goes out the window. If you're trading a coin that has, $20, $50 million in volume each day, a couple $1 million is not going to throw the TA out the window. That's, you can, generally in stocks, you can trade up to 10%. Like let's say if something is traded, $1 billion a day. Okay, well, you can put in $100 million on one share or on one buy order, and it's fine. So it should be relatively the same with crypto. But again, a lot of these guys that are out there, they're not traders. They don't really have the time. Not only do they not have the time to just trade, that, like, forget that, but they don't even have the time to go and watch my shorter videos that I do. Like the 10, 15 minute, a day videos. The ones that I'll do, okay, hey, here's a quick summary update, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Almost no time to do that because, again, most of the people that I met have multiple businesses, or at least on the board of multiple businesses, and they're just like, hey, okay, give us a summary. What's going on? Okay, cool. I'll do that. I live and breathe this stuff all day, every day. There are probably very few people who spend more time on the app than I do. And there are probably very few people there's no other person that's made as much content on this as I did. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, go you Chavez. There are people that are successful trading the token. There are people that are more successful, doing flipping. But as far as an overall view of it, and again, most people, I don't say would have the conviction, or some would say stupidity, as I do for going all in on one. And basically vetting me, like, want to know why doing all this. Justin says, Ohio gone, but not forgotten. So, and a lot of these whales were already pretty much in. You have, my one friend, which I showed you guys the other day, that had, yes, if you are a member, I see your stuff, I will respond right away. What I see is, a lot of these whales that already had a bunch of stuff, they already have a bunch of OMI. Or, a lot of them already have more OMI than I do. One of which, 100 grand, right there, just buy more. I was like, God damn. I showed that the other day, the actual trade. And basically bought into a giant sell order. That's why the price didn't really move. I think it was like into like a 70 or 90 million sell order already. And then, bought more on top of that because of the actual thing. So it did move up like a tiny bit, but it didn't move up like, 10% or whatever. So when you have people that already do that, and then okay, well, what else are they stacking, Chavez? That's part of the title. Okay, cool. Well, we have my one friend that has 237 Thor statues. Not statues. I'm sorry, 237 Thor Love and Thunder posters, and then you have his brother-in-law that doesn't have that many of them. Has like 12 or 15, but again, more than most other people. And when I went and posted that, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I bet he bought it. I bet he went and did like 100 different emails in order to get those." I was like, guys, one, there's no way. I mean, again, these guys don't have. So again, this is what I mean when a lot of people are in fish bowls, and when people say like, so here's the thing: there is a lot of truth to the quote. If it seems too good to be true, it probably isn't. 9 times out of 10, that is words to live by. But when you don't have experience in other worlds, you don't know what's too good to be true and what's normal. You don't know what is like, oh, that sounds like a scam versus like, no, this happens every day. West don't sleep. West don't sleep. And the reason why I say this is because, and I'm gonna use a scenario in which I'm not okay. Like I don't know golf at all. I played Mario Golf when I was younger, on the Nintendo 64, but I don't know golf, right? So, if I don't know what I'm doing and I'm using like a 4 iron when I'm supposed to be using like a 9 iron, and somebody tells me, no, 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 you don't use that. You don't use this. Use this for this. Use a wedge for this. Use your putter for this, and use your driver for this, and that could be good or bad advice. And I could think, well, okay, well, this person at least is in this area, but there's a lot of things that I don't know about golf, about basketball, about a lot of sports in general. Boxing and bowling. It's like about it. Again, I know the rules and everything of other sports, but I don't know the intricacies of everything. And why I say that is because you have people that have never been in the world of money and the things that money can buy. Justin says, I didn't know this was a thing. So yeah, and when you're not in the world of money and you don't know what that is or what that some people think $10,000 is a lot, and it is. I do for 10,000 right now. I wouldn't sell Dashy, but it'd be close. And some people for 50,000 is a lot. Other people don't get out of bed for 50K. Pay my drive. Like again, some people pay their pilots $180,000 a year for their private jet. I will repeat that. Some people will give one, and again, they're paying this person, but some people is just being like, hey, yeah, we're gonna give you 180,000 a year to fly us around whenever we want, and the pilots are like, okay, cool. So just keep that in mind when I say when I laugh at the absurdity of people saying, oh yeah, I bet that person used 100 different emails to get all of those Thor posters. It's like, okay, listen, one, do you know how much time that would take? And two, like what was the average cost of price of that? $100 each. You could just buy them. And I know a lot of people won't get it. A lot of people will be like, oh well, $100 is a lot, man. Yeah, it is. That's food for several days for me. That's gas for like 2 weeks. That's well, actually a lot now. I don't really drive that much anymore. But I get it. $100, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck, is like, my God, that's food for the week. But if you're paying somebody $180,000 a year just to fly your private jet, you do not need to save the extra couple $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 to buy, to buy these Thor posters. Whales wanted to buy them because they're super scarce, and their thoughts are, hey, we're all gonna have houses in the Veveverse. Land is coming. They don't know when. Nobody knows when, but it will. And you're going to need, or you're going to want to have things to put on those walls. Justin said, I didn't know it was this thing. Your housemate put a ducky on Dashy. I actually did, a couple weeks ago. Thanks for noticing, though. Would have been cool in the lore to say the housemate did. I forget what I was saying. The oh yeah, so it doesn't matter. They did that because of what I said. Everyone's gonna have houses in the VVverse, and you're gonna want to go outfit your house's walls with stuff. So that's their play on that, and they have all the grails as well. I think one of them doesn't have Secret Rare Spider-Man, but aside from that, everything else. Um, and I was talking to one about the VV logo, and he said, oh, is the VV logo in your top three? And I was like, I would say top 10. The top three I told him were Secret Rare Spider-Man, were Partner Statue, and Secret Rare Miles. And well, Chavez, why isn't the Todd or the Riso in there? They're in the top 10 as well. And again, comics, separate thing. Obviously, Marvel Comics #1, Amazing Fantasy 15, Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5. A bunch of those comic rails, or the ones that are like really really blue chip. But I put the VV logo in the top 10 when talking to it, and I would dare say put it in the top 7, top 6 maybe. Yeah. I just want to let you know that like clearly like I love the VV logo. And speaking of which, I have to talk about the NFT project, which is but I'll finish this first. A lot of people that were saying like, oh yeah, well, and again the picture that I shared where it showed the 237 Thor posters on the top right corner, you see the account, the vault value is $216,000. Which is really not fair. It's very misrepresented because a lot of his 2,000 collectibles are sub 100s. And a lot of people are just focusing on the short-term losses, even though I'm pretty sure that's about even of what the person put in. And again, this is a bear market. It's over $200,000 worth, which again I would say is more towards like 300,000 because of the sub 100s that he has. I would say it's worth 6, 7. I would say maybe 280 or 300,000. So over $250,000. What do you think that's going to be worth in a bull market? That's millions of dollars. And again, he has more OMI than I do. Whenever you think, oh, no one's going to do that, no one's going to spend that much amount of money. Like guys, like I don't know why some people are very selective with the facts that they choose to admit to themselves and the facts they choose to ignore. Like, you think Dr. Profit is like hacking or doing something with emails when he's buying 400 partner statues? No, he's just buying them because he has the money. People have this type of money, and I mean I don't, but but other people do, and it's just it seems like other people just don't believe that that's possible. And they don't believe that it's possible for us to get that type of money. Like, us poories that are, it's like, hey, I have 50 gems in their account like I do right now. I had more, but I bought the stamps today, and then I bought the Avengers Tower as well. Dude, the Avengers Tower is just dope. It's just cool AF. Don't at me. Like, I get it. That I could have bought another, like, several Marvel Mighties for that. Where am I going to put my Marvel Mighties? I want the Avengers Tower. So, yeah, that's just something where I think if you see people being, I don't want to even just say negative. If you see people saying, oh, that's not possible, these are the same people that are saying, oh, OMI to this amount of percent is possible or is impossible. It's like, no, it is not. There are, I don't know if we have any, outside of David and Dan, which, obviously own the company, I don't know if we have any billionaires in here yet. I know there are people that have hundreds of millions. Oh, no, we do. We do have one. That's not David and Dan. That is a billion. Yeah. Or, well, I should say this. There's not a group of like 12 billionaires huddled in a corner deciding, yeah, we're going to buy all of these Myrmicornos and Cryptkins. We're going to buy all of like, these, I don't know, these Finns or Jake the Dogs, and we're going to pump it. Like, that's not what they're aiming to do. They're aiming to put a bunch of money somewhere that they think is super safe, that they think will give them an amazing ROI, and maybe they'll sell a little bit, in a couple of years, and a little bit like down the line. What do rich people do? Rich people are not going to invest in something that they have to, that's going to take up any more than like 5% of their mental real estate. They want to put something in something that they know is safe, that, or at least relatively safe, that's going to get them a good ROI. They don't want to do anything because their mind is focused on their actual stuff that they do day to day. Some people that are maybe like retired and they have, however much, yeah, they'll do that, if they're bored. But other whales that are deep into their own businesses that have other stuff that make them a lot of money, this is just what they're doing with it. They're super excited about it. And whales talk, all telling their friends. Again, how did I meet Bobby Carpenter and how did I meet Tom Cusino? They all be whales though. Bobby Carpenter will be coming on the podcast, so that'll be fun. And then we have, I don't know if I can say the thing with the art project yet. Well, I'll talk about my utility project now. My NFT utility, how OMI's getting utility. I know I've been going on for 16 minutes. I promise I'll stop soon. So I'm gonna have a little. I don't know if it'll be called a slideshow, or if I don't know what I just X'd out. Sometimes things pop up when I go to X something out, and then I X out the other thing. I don't know what that was. But I do know what this is though. My housemate is dying. Anyway, if everyone could just please smash that like button, that is a free way to help support the channel. That'd be super great. So yeah, we have what is known as the Predator Project, and I've talked about this the other day, but I felt I really need to, hammer this home, and the importance of utility and OMI having utility on this. One day, I think it was even this morning, not even 24 hours ago, I was talking about the Predator Project, where we all go. Yeah, I know she's a teacher. She's around kids all the time. It's a kiss of death, man. Anyway, I mentioned the Predator Project literally less than 24 hours ago, and it is Steve Cannon, who is a absolutely brilliant photographer. So some of the ways that he gets these shots, literally putting his life on the line. Again, the shot that, again, link down below to the OpenSea project, to the minting of those. Let me see if I have a photo that I can show. Yes, email them to yourself. All right, this one. This is the photo, and be advised, this is a low res photo. This photo is super low res, but it's a nature's circle of life. It is beautiful yet barbaric, and his stuff, which generally is usually sold in black and white. This is his first venture into not only NFTs but into color. And again, he was literally 200 yards away. That's one wolf. There are many, many others that are right beside it in Yellowstone. He is extraordinarily close to elephants, gorillas, rhinos. He's going to go to the Arctic and just be chasing polar bears in a couple months. Dude's insane in the best way. And that's how he gets these shots. So his shots, which generally are only one of 11, in this case, in this NFT project, they're one of 5. So they're usually black and white. This one's in color. They're usually one of 11. This is one of 5. And they usually sell for 15, 20K, kind of at the low end, but like 35, 50K at the high end. This one is, we have it at 15K, but you get, and be advised, one's already sold. Like, I literally put this up yesterday, like literally less than 24 hours ago. One's already sold, because this is his first, picture him like as a designer con artist. When you buy this NFT, you get the physical, or you get the physical, and then you get the NFT. So either way, you buy one or the other, it doesn't matter. You get both. So you get the 2 for 1. And we also decided that for this one, we were not going to do royalties on it. So if you decide to sell that NFT down the line, we will not take any percentage of that. That is just, gift to the first people that buy. The people that are like want to be whitelisted if they wanted to would be the Veve gold and silver logo holders. Because I asked them about it, and they're like, "Hey, could you do this?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Yeah. So, but again, because it is a relatively high price point, even though it's kind of on the low end for his work, his first venture into NFTs. Um, that's I don't expect that every time. I'll expect maybe less and less as he gets out. But there's like a DesignerCon thing because he has at DesignerCon, some of those artists are going to blow up, and some of those artists' work are going to be worth a lot of money. Again, we don't know which one it is. We don't know which ones they are right now. I'm hoping for Luke Chu. I'm hoping for like Mumbot. Those are cool people. And I like them, and they're my friends, so I want them to blow up. Tristan Eaton obviously already has a huge name for himself. He's already, I'm not saying he won't get bigger. Very good chance he will. But and if you pay an OMI, you get a $750 discount. So yeah, super excited for the Predator project. Super excited for again why it's important for OMI to get this utility, because he is partnered with Sotheby's. It's like the largest real estate agency. They have like 20,000 employees. They're in like almost 100 countries, and his artwork's in at least one of their offices, or at least one of their main offices in the U.S. And then say, oh, how do I get this? Oh, you can get it one of X amount of ways. One of the ways being OMI. What is that? Just being crypto in general, but then you get a discount by paying an OMI. Pretty heckin' nice. And I think what you'll see is, again, link down below to the company called True Facet. I'll have a referral link down there at some point where you'll get a discount. They will accept OMI hopefully by the end of the year. And you will get a discount if you use my referral code. Again, the referral code's not there yet, but if you want, the link is down below. Check the website. Why these are so important is because eventually, what do you see right now? Ask any other Veve and OMI YouTuber how many times they've gotten approached by other NFT projects. Like, hey, can you do a video on us? Can you do a video on us? And some people have taken that, which is fine. You got to make a living. I haven't. Most other people haven't. But why? Okay, so because they want access to the Veve and OMI community. Why that's important is because other companies, again, we already have two, other companies will say like, oh, they will try to incentivize the Veve and OMI community to go there by giving us discounts. I like discounts. So when you have, we're able to use OMI on Immutable X. Cool. We'll be able to use it to buy gems at some point. Cool. NFT trend, all that. Great. All that is still technically a closed ecosystem. Well, I mean, Immutable X is not, but I think eventually, because OMI has no gas fees on layer 2, I think a lot of these you'll really want to see. You'll see OMI. Most deals on OpenSea are everywhere. Most things are built on the Ethereum blockchain. Most things are done in Ethereum. I think at some point, because of the gas fees, a lot of people are going to want to do deals in OMI. So that's why. And I know I've been going on for 24 minutes. Where's my water? Oh, I'm actually feeling really run down. I really should sleep. Anyway, I just wanted to let you all know. Let me get to the, I don't know what that's called. Comments. Bill Gardner says, what up, Randy? Hi. Adroldero says, let's go. Zafasser says, let's go. What says, OMI should be on big exchanges so people can buy it easily. It will at some point. Do we know when? I don't know. Do I expect Coinbase and Binance super soon? No. I would expect, like I said, maybe KuCoin, maybe Kraken, maybe Crypto.com, one or two of those by the end of the year. I would love to get Coinbase and Binance, but, yeah. Radix says, what's up, what's up? Bill Gardner says he's back. Wow, my throat just got destroyed in like the last 20 minutes. Wiley says, cheap Tesseract in auction. Nice. BB Zombie says, Randy in the house. Oh, I also got my Infinity Stone, of course, because they do not release stuff like that for no reason. Like, guys, if you don't have the Infinity Stones, please get those. They are super cheap. What are you doing? What are you doing if you don't have those? Not financial advice. This is just, they're awesome, and I think there's something cool is going to happen in the future. Paulie says, is this live? This is live. Well, it says, Tesla currently 132 a share. Do you have a price prediction for 2030? They'll have a $6 trillion market cap by 2030. So divide, whatever the market, I might as well do it now. Nope. We got to go to this. Go with that. Go to Tesla. Okay. And this is assuming that Tesla does not do a split again, which they most definitely will. Tesla will definitely do more splits. No, I'm in browser. I don't want your freaking app. I don't want your disgusting app. Okay, so Tesla right now is $421 billion market cap. So close to 420. Okay, and it is... How much share? How much shares? Okay, and it's 132 a share. Okay. Let me take a look at 420. Okay. All right, so let's say it does a 14-ish X. So you would take 132 times 14, let's say 0.2, right? And you'd be looking at $1,874 a share by 2030. Yeah, in my opinion, give or take. Matt John says, "My brother, what up? What up?" RV says, "What's up? G, do you only own OMI?" Yes, I only own OMI. Are you not afraid that other coins going up but not OMI will not go up? So like I said at the beginning of this video, if you want to trade other coins, like if you want to trade Solana or if you want to trade Ethereum or trade whatever, other coins are a lot more tradable because they have a lot more volume. OMI will not have that volume, or OMI will not have that stability, and it won't pump with the markets unless it has utility and unless it goes on exchanges. When does that happen? I don't know. Will it happen before the end of the year? My guess is yes. I think utility hopefully starts this quarter. If not, definitely not. Utility should start before the end of the first half of the year. And I will guarantee at least one exchange before the end of the year. Again, it could be a crappy exchange, so don't hold me to it. It's going to be good or not, but I guarantee we get one. Lori Brenner says, "Good evening, Randy." Good evening, Lori. But no, I know what OMI is going to do. You just have to wait for it, and it sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. But I mean, I'm gonna be laughing all the way to the freaking bank in a year. Matt Jones says, "What are your thoughts on Alice in Wonderland drop?" So I like the live action version, and all right. I like I watched the original. Obviously that was cool. What it was. Yeah, I think everyone watched that when they were younger. I had a live action show, and that was interesting. And the live action show was in like the 90s, I think, and then they had the movies in like the late. I think it was like 2009. It came out 2008, whatever. Johnny Depp was Mad Hatter, which I love Johnny Depp, and I love his version of Mad Hatter. And I have a... oh God, my head is spinning. I didn't even drink. I have a... Lordy, it's hot in here. I'm just gonna fall over and die now. Oh God, if I'm getting sick, I'm gonna murder someone. Sorry. I remember because it was in my first apartment. It was my friends Nicole and Maria that came over to watch. And that was in 2010. So I think the movie came out in 2009. Either way, I like the live action stuff. The second one I liked a bit better than the first because it was like I don't know. It's a girl that's ahead of her time has a mom that's dealing with a product of her time, and sympathy's out the yin yang for me on that one. Why do I like Ms. Marvel? It's a brown girl that can do extraordinary things, but she has super strict parents. Like, like color me nostalgic, color me like sympathetic for that situation. So that being said, the Mad Hatter, which I get it. This is what he looked like originally, and Cheshire Cat is still so cool. Cheshire Cat is still cool. I like the Mad Hatter because he's crazy, he's bonkers, he's nuts, and well, what am I? I didn't get it. I will at some point. I haven't. I don't have the gems yet. And there's other things that I want to buy. Like, there's other things that I think are slightly more important. whatever I get in OMI, I'll just get. I could just get when we have OMI to gem, when OMI, goes up a bit. Excuse me. Yeah, moving on. This is Ohio guy. I've forgotten. Matt Johnson says, welcome home, Randy and Dashy. Okay, so still rocking Ohio boy. Yep. Boy says, I'm jelly just as a member. But says, what was OMI's market cap when it was at 0.01? Excuse me. At 1 cent, you're like a $3 billion company, give or take. Yeah, $3 billion. Just as West don't sleep. Well, says Randy, someone already looked at the metadata. Those posters were not bought from the market. Yes, they were. 100% they were. Wes, give me that heart. How you doing? Dylan says, I didn't know this was a thing. The members, yeah. Matthew, your soul says, let's go. Your housemates put a ducky on Dashy. No, that's what I did. I went and saw Megan a couple weeks ago. That was the AI robot. It's like a thriller horror movie. It was really good. And my friend just got that out of put in like $1 or whatever, and it gets you something. And she's like, I don't want it. I was like, I'll take it. So I took the duck and then I put it on Dashy a few weeks ago now. Daryl says, good evening, Mr. Real. Another great show. What do you think is the better stacking based on future utility plays, lightsabers, or infinity stones? I mean, you just based on utility, I don't know. I mean, they could come out with an R2-D2 that has a Skywalker lightsaber that you put into it and you press a button and it shoots it out, and Luke can get it. Like, we don't have Luke Skywalker. The only ones we have right now from Star Wars that have lightsabers are Darth Vader, has his lightsaber, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who has his lightsaber. We don't have like a Darth Vader lightsaber, and we give it to Darth Vader. I think there's a reason for that. I think there's a decent possibility that you can get Luke or Anakin or Rey, and then you could give them that Skywalker lightsaber. I think there's a chance that you get Yoda. Give him Yoda's lightsaber. I think there's a chance that you get Baby Grogu on here, and you give him Yoda's lightsaber. I think that there's all these characters that the lightsabers we have, they could go to their person. That maybe won't be outfitted with lightsabers. But the Infinity Stones, now most likely you just put it in the gauntlet. Can you use your Infinity Stones to burn something? Oh my, dude, that would be so epic. If you could, if they release the gauntlets or they airdrop the gauntlets, if you have all the sets, whatever, and then you're able to use those Infinity Stones. Like, let's say the uncommon of, let's say there's 3 different gauntlets, or a gauntlet where it's 3 different use cases. A gauntlet where you use the uncommon version of the Infinity Stone, of the Time Stone, or the rare, and then, the gauntlet where you have used the Infinity Stone of the secret rare Eye of Agamotto. That's the one that can burn secret rares, and the other stuff can burn rares, the other stuff can burn uncommon, something like that. Those gauntlets filled with the stones would go to the freaking moon. Because why would you want to buy something just so you could destroy your stuff? Maybe that gives you MCP points. What does Hero do? Hero, you're able to burn cards for points. Why wouldn't you be able to go and burn some of the stuff that they've sent out for points? Yeah. So I don't know, coin flip. Or what do you think is most important? Anything can happen. Justin says the real Randy show lore. Yeah, the lore. Matthew Yersil says, Randy, you think the price will go up for OMI with everything climbing? Again, OMI needs utility and OMI needs exchanges. Until then, probably going to stay down here. Even if the market pumps 30%, 50%. I think this is the best January for Bitcoin in a long time. OMI Daily Burns, what's up, Randy? Great stream. Keep it up. Thank you. Far too kind. Far too kind. And saying this is amazing how many lightsabers Dr. Prophet has. Oh, he's probably got a bunch. Yeah. Bad Hair Clubs. Hey, Randy, do you think they should change the drop time from 10 a.m. to 7 to 9 p.m.? More people miss the drop because of oversleeping or forget. Maybe more individuals go for the drop. I mean, if you have it at 9 p.m., it's like 2 or 3 in the morning for, Europe. you really don't want to alienate 30% of your audience. That's why they do it in the morning, because of that reason. All Check Gaming says fire. Wes says, damn, your moose. Still, yeah. John says, we have you given Randy a free flight on your private jet yet? Wes, does Wes have a private jet? Wes says, ha. What do you think the decon artists don't get some revenue? I mean, that's negotiated beforehand. So it's not like it's a surprise that they're not getting, revenue, same as Disney or DC. Again, DC didn't have a resale value. Or not, I won't say resale, but DC didn't receive royalties every time something was sold until recently. If DC's not getting it, decon artists are not getting it. So and again, I've gone over this before. You, as an artist, if you want to say, hey, you know what, I believe this is an NFT, I should get resale value for my stuff. And you could say, if you're not going to give it to me, I can release my product elsewhere. More power to you. I love it if when people stick to their principles, stick to their guns. But I don't want to say that's dumb. I think that's silly, because if you release it somewhere else, yeah, you can go out and sell however much you want, or whatever price you want, or however many mints you want, and get those resales. How many people are going to buy it? And how many people eyes are you not going to get in front of if you're not with Veve? I feel like all these artists know, unless they don't read the contract, they negotiate beforehand and they know what they're going to get or what they're not going to get. And, no one's making them sign that. It is completely up to them. And again, where else are you going to be where you're shoulder to shoulder with Disney? I mean, if somebody else can do it and have a big enough following, then sure. But if they again, not everyone is huge into NFTs. Not everyone knows about Steve Cannon, this famous wildlife photographer. He doesn't know a lot about NFTs. So like, hey, Randy Chavez, can you help me? Sure, I can. That's what I do. So I mean, Veve's really holding the hand of not just DesignerCon artists, but holding the hand of most of these major companies that don't know anything about Web3, and they're walking them through it. Veve's value in a lot of respects are really, oh God, what's the word? Oh God, I don't know. I'm derping on the word here. They're invaluable. You can't really put a price on that. Just says, are Veve NFTs at the will of Immutable X? I don't know. I don't. Well, says, no, Disney makes all the calls. No, they do not. Justin says, ja, ja, ja. Justin laughed in Spanish. Stan says, where's the cold storage wallet, Randy? The one that they put their OMI on, someone put it in a safe place. I mean, it's Ohio, so it could be with their guns, could be in a bank vault, could be in a floor safe. I don't know. Could be guarded by, a pack of pit bulls. No idea. Whereas I think Dogecoin is on over 300 exchanges, and OMI is on 3. OMI's on more than 3, but it's all 3 exchanges that people know what they are. But yeah, Dogecoin's over a lot. Does says, another Disney bounce drop. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Minnie Mouse tomorrow. Kobe Cliff says, Randy's like, sorry, I'm in pajamas, but I just got off the PJ. I mean, this is a flannel shirt. I'm in pants. I promise. On Jenny Praise, Randy can't wait till OMI Moons to sell you all my Pokemon collectibles. It's about a PSA 10 sealed base set pack. Watch Any Pray knows the way to my heart. But it sounds like your roommate's coughing up a lung. I don't remember that episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged where Frieza legit puts a hole into Vegeta's chest, and then Vegeta's still talking, and then like Frieza's like, "How are you talking? I'm pretty sure I shot a lung." And then Vegeta coughs up a ton of blood, and Frieza's like, "There it is." Oh, good times. Bogar says, Randy, what if you can boost your collectibles with infinity stones like Earth 2 jewels? I would lose my mind. Will lose my mind. Just says Zaddy Randy running on piston vinegar. Dog boys, what's up, Randy? I'm with you on the lightsabers. My man. Planet Vampire says, do you think Decon and independent artists will have a hard time grabbing Veve's ear when more major brands start dropping that are similar in size to Marvel, etc.? They will probably have a harder. I mean, they already have a hard time. These guys are busier than you can imagine, and you know, oh god, woo! I said these guys are busier than you can imagine, and you know, it's already have a hard time, and it's only going to get worse. There's only going to be more and more big brands that want the attention of David and Dan. That being said, I know them, and they will always make time for decon artists. Why? One, that's who David is. He's just a collector. And then, you know, David and Dan know that, oh, hey, this is the, what do you call it? Like these are some of the people that, you know, we know and love. And yeah, you know, and Tokidoki gave him a shot, sure. But a lot of those designer con artists, the people that, you know, there's no fight, there's no like whatever. Hey, yeah, come on, let's do it. You know, a lot of these big name brands, there's a lot of negotiations, there's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot of things that, you know, again, it's big deals don't just happen. It's one side wants this. Well, all right, so both sides really want something like this, but you have to go and say, no, we want this and we want this. So you negotiate down, negotiate down, negotiate down, and then you get to relatively where you want to be. Generally, no sides are happy with negotiations, but it's like, okay, remember in South Park, in that line where Cartman decides to be a streetwalker, a walker of the night, and you know, Cartman says multiple times in the episode, "Sucky, sucky, $5." What they wanted to do, the writers wanted to have. Originally, they wanted to have Cartman say "Sucky, sucky, $5" 5 times. So they said, "Hey, we want Cartman to say "Sucky, sucky, $5" 7 times." And the studio said, "You can say it 1 time." It's like, no, we want him to say it 7 times. And the studio's like, okay, well, he can say it 3 times, no more than that. And then the guys at South Park, okay, like we can cut out one joke, but like you're killing us here 6 times. And eventually they negotiated down to 5 times, which is what they wanted anyway. So that's again that's what people want to do. You have to start over here, and then you work your way to somewhere in the middle. And with designer con artists, it's usually just very quickly because you know there's no red tape. It's just one person and Veve, as opposed to how many executives Disney have? Like 80. Like, you know, yeah. It just says only in Ohio. Rita Baby says, hi, Randy. Yay, Dashie is back. I've missed you. I've missed you all. You're like my children. Anyone know Uncle Roger? He's on TikTok. He's like, hello, nieces and nephews. This is Uncle Roger. He's just like the best Asian. Like, we love him. I feel, I don't know. I mean, people already call me Big Daddy Randy or Big Zaddy Chavez. Should I call you my children? I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. Planet Vampire says, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. What? No way. I can vouch, especially outside the city. A large amount of guns will be guarding just about every household and valuables. Yeah. I didn't know you were in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I'm trying to. All right, so I actually went to a Best Buy in Ohio. Let's see if I can find out where it is. Best Buy. Okay, all right. Best Buy in Britain Parkway in Dublin. So I'm trying to think where I was. Okay. All right, so this is Columbus, and this is the Best Buy I went to. So we were in like the Dublin area. That's where we were at. And then what airport did I fly at? I'm pretty sure I flew out of Columbus Airport. Although when I got there, I flew into like a private airport hangar jet because, you know, private air jet. Wes says when MCP. hopefully this quarter. If not, we'll get it before the end of the first half of the year. So Q2. Doughboy says, should we go to karaoke tonight? You decide. Oh, it's already late and it's already 9 o'clock. I mean, I'm tired. Already 9 o'clock. I'm also very run down. I'm gonna sleep. It's gonna be great. But yeah, if you have energy and you want to go out, go out. Have some fun. Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on a disco stick. Sorry, I love that song. Oh, Rita says choose wisely. I mean, you could save that money and buy more OMI. I don't know. There was this guy that he worked as a janitor at McGuire Air Force Base, and he would take pictures with us all the time. He would take pictures like with other airmen, with other people in the military, and he would go down to his home country in like El Salvador or something, wherever, and he would make it seem like he was in the United States military. Like clearly he was not. This dude was a janitor, which is fine. You know, respect to anyone working for a living, but he would go save up all his shekels, go down once a year, live like a king for like a week because the dollar's worth so much down there. And he'd be like, oh, yes, I'm an Air Force pilot in the United States military. And then he would just go and just straight up lie. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because some people, what they do is, you know, you have a lot of potential energy and you can use it or you can not use it, or you can save it up. Like Samus, when she does her like basically Gallic gun, like her proton cannon, where she goes, and you know, I think we should all save our energy and save our money. And the next time we go and see each other, we just go wild. We go insane. It's like Wild and Crazy Kids that was on Nickelodeon like 20 something years ago. Wow, it was a long time ago. Just be wild and crazy adults, and we just have fun, and we do debaucheric. We get into debauchery. That's what I think we should do. Anyway, PlatinumVampire.com. So I work in Dublin. No heckin' way. Wow. I should have told y'all. Should have told everyone. Just the Zaddy Kings. It's just me, this is Randy. Is it true that OMI is not going to be listed in exchanges due to an ongoing lawsuit? No, like OMI is not listed on exchanges because of bear market. Same reason why Earth 2 did not go on any exchanges yet. Like their Essence token was supposed to go on exchange in Q3 of last year. That was planned from 2021. Why didn't it? Because Russia invaded Ukraine, kicking off the recession, kicking off the bear market, kicking off crypto winter. You know, everything happened, and Earth 2's like, yeah, we should probably delay this because you don't want to put your token on an exchange. You know, for Earth 2 is Binance, but probably other stuff as well. You don't want to do that in a bear market because what will happen? You could get the possibility of, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. You have a bunch of people with a whole bunch of tokens that maybe just want an easier place to sell. Maybe they want to get out. Maybe they want, you know, exit liquidity, and this is the exit liquidity. And maybe when we're supposed to pump, we don't, because why would you put on something out there when there's not a lot of utility? Now, Earth 2 has the utility stuff. You know, Earth 2's got a bunch of utility for Essence. But I mean, I also, let's just talk about Binance. I was like, when Coinbase, like whatever. Don't you think that Binance wouldn't like pile drive OMI into the grave to boost their BNB token? There's got to be more than just me thinking about that. I feel like you really want to have a listing in a bull market. You really want the thing to have utility. I mean, I feel like people think that I know more than I do, and if they were going to delay something because of a lawsuit, I don't think they would tell me. Or at least not knowingly. Maybe if like, oh yeah, they were at a party and we were all drinking, and like you know, I don't like see them often, right? Like David comes to the podcast every now and then, you know, shoot an email every now and then when there's something, you know, interesting going on that needs to be said, but like we don't like have dinner like every week. Like, you know, we're not like, I would love to be best friends with David, but like we're not like, oh, where's a weekly phone call with Randy? Like this is not happening. Um, I mean, again, that'd be dope, but I think David views me as like a super fan. What's the keeping at first like? Is like, oh, Randy can't get too close. Anyway, it's just me. Again, just being logical here, it's because of the reasons that I stated before. If it had anything to do with any lawsuit, that is most likely something they'd keep to themselves, and I wouldn't have any knowledge on that. Bill Gardner says Dublin is sweet. Did you check out the downtown bridge area? I've been there before. There's a lot of bars there, a lot of rooftop bars. They own one of the businesses there. I don't know which one. The one that's open, I think, Wednesday through Sunday, and they're not open Monday, Tuesday, I think. Rita Baby says, "Oh me it is." My man. Scott Gladys. Oh, why, hello, Scott. Thank you for being a member. Says, "Let's go, Randy and Veve fam. Just listening here in Kentucky, enjoying a happy 15-year. Ooh, very nice. That is nice. How much? News number one says, "I'm a huge OSU fan. I live in Michigan. Shout out to Carpenter and Hawk for always kicking Michigan's ass. When I was in school, giving me ammo to talk ish to my Michigan friends. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Um, yeah. Oh, you saw the Hawk in the yeah, in the room. Um, they're a lot of them have been in Ohio for a long time, and they love Ohio, and it's yeah. I mean they're just great people. And I'll tell you this is not my first venture into Ohio. I had a bunch of friends there in the Tiffin, Gibsonburg, Dayton area up there, 2009, 10, 11, 12. Like I've been there many times before. I used to drive there in my old Ford Contour. I don't know if I ever drove in my Chevy Cavalier. Um, but yeah, almost everyone I've met in Ohio have been amazing people. I don't know if I've ever met someone that I didn't like that wasn't like super nice to me. It's so strange that a lot of people on the coast like kind of like have this I'm not angst. They have this like perception of like middle America, like, oh, they hate gays and they're all racist and like dude, middle America and I clearly there are those pockets. I'm not like super naive. Like, oh no, they're all like, no, clearly those pockets. But everyone I've met in these places in Ohio, it doesn't matter where I go in Ohio. All the places I've been to, everyone's been super nice. Everyone's super friendly. Um, and again, maybe Ohio's not like middle America, but it's pretty heckin' close. Um, yeah, but yeah, I feel like a lot of the people on the coast have like this like superiority complex. Um, which, fair point from New York. Kind of think the world. I mean, the world kind of does. People in Asia that keep New York time, like it's bananas because stuff happens in New York, stuff happens in America. Um, but yeah, good times. News Now says, "Oh yeah, bro, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet are from Ohio. Ohio is for lovers." Oh wait, so this girl Katrina, we, so from my old group of friends over there, her grandparents thought she wasn't even like that old. Like she wasn't like old. Okay, be advised. In a lot of places in like Middle America, if you're not married and have kids by like 25, something's wrong with you. Like again, from what I've seen in a lot of places, whether it's down like Virginia, whether it's down other places, that's generally what people do. So she was like 18 or 19, and her grandparents are like, when you get in a boyfriend, when you get in a boyfriend, when you get married, have good, like, and me, coming from the East Coast, I was like, girl, what? Like, I don't want kids, like, maybe ever, and of course, clearly, I don't now. I grew up into definitely not wanting kids, but she's like, listen, can you just like pretend to be my boyfriend? I was like, I'm also brown. I don't know if no, they don't care. They don't at this point. They don't care. They just want me to have a boyfriend. I was like, okay, so we, held hands, and then, and then I had a conversation. It was like one of the funniest things. it was so, yeah, it was a fun time. That is not the only time I have pretended to be somebody's boyfriend when they needed a beard. Is that what it's called? Or maybe that's a beard called when like a gay guy's there. Whatever. It was just it was fun times. Scott Glass says totally agree with the mindset on Middle America. Yeah, in a good way. Yeah. No, they're hospitable and nice. They're chill. I always got to remember, like the military. Okay, take off the hat indoors, and like I don't know. Ohio's so cool, man. It's just so cold. It's like it's so cold in the winter, and it gets. I mean, it wasn't bad there this weekend, and then it gets like kind of hot in the summer, and internet's not as good in some places. Yeah. Okay. I've been talking for a while. Let's see what we've got. Huzzah! Okay. I will be on Fanny Carbonell's stream at some point next week. Tomorrow for New Year, Chinese New Year, I'm just hanging out, not doing much. I just need a recovery day. I do have a meeting in New York on Monday with this person that owns a big in the jewelry business. His father opened it up like 50 years ago. Big in the jewelry business worldwide. He wants to learn about OMI. I should have put this in the beginning of the video. I'll show him the product. I'll show him Superman. Maybe I'll show him Ms. Marvel comic because Anyway, so yeah, I'll definitely go, and this seems like a slam dunk because he sought me out. Oh, you do this, like, oh, teach me about it. Like, okay, cool. And I assume he knows of like Bitcoin, Ethereum stuff, but it's so strange how same way devs talk, developers talk, whales talk too. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm gonna wear my black Veve and gold. I have to do laundry. My black Veve and gold logo shirt. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Blah, blah, blah. Rita Baby says we need Randy to visit the Pittsburgh. Is Pittsburgh still like a tough city? When I was younger, it was a little rougher area. I will. Yeah, I can. I don't know when. I will try at some point. I will keep you posted. Crazy Dan 420 says all good in the hood. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Bill Garner says anybody going for the mini drop tomorrow? I'm on the fence. I mean, that secret rare is pretty scarce, even if it is a poster. Posters don't do well yet, but they will. I think they will. I think they will do well in the future. I could be wrong, but I think they will do well in the future. That is just my opinion and observation. Also, my friend Morgan breeds savannas. And look at this little baby. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. These little things are the cutest freaking things ever. This one is obviously not ready for sale yet. Comment down below if you want one, but they're like, yeah. Let me see if I can find some Moa. What's on your story, girl? Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this moment? My goodness, I'm sorry. I love cats. I love these little things. They're adorable. Let's take a question from the YouTube real quick, and we will go and take a look at the comments. We have Jayco says Veve needs to get DC comic books. Agreed. I'd love that. Exclamation point. Tiger Lee says, man, I wish I had more money at my disposal. What an awesome project. Heck yeah, brother. Same here. Same here. Interesting. Oh, whoa. All right, sorry. Wait, what? Brett Nielsen? Church Green? I'm sorry. I had to look at that real quick. So let's take a look at Mini, and let's see what the money will be on that. Let's see what the... Oh, also, Veve made 50,000 today on that on the drop today. You know, with the mints, and that is gross revenue. You know, not the whole thing. Veve, why are you making me log in? I never log out. You shouldn't make me log in when I never log out. What is this? Okay, paste. Oh, 2FA is so heckin' annoying. Okay, let's take a look at the drops. Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse. Okay. Oh, so there's not a ton of these. 1453 and 1153. Ah. All right, and what else we got? We got 943 plus 743. And the last one I think is super scarce, plus 343. Okay. And then, so that's 4635, and then you subtract 450 because, you know, 90 from each. You're at 4185, and what is it, $30 each? It'll be $125,000 less than the stamps. I don't know if people are going to go for them. I mean, they probably will, because that secret rare is going to be super scarce. You know, so we'll see. Blue Arm says it's one of those cheetah house cats. Yeah, the servals are, the cheetah house cats. All right, guys, I'm feeling really not so good, so I'm going to ask y'all to comment, like, and subscribe because it's good for the YouTube algorithm, and I'm going to bounce. Thank you for being with me. If you'd like to support the channel, please become a member down below. Patreon as well. Douglas, Randy, tell me off the fence on the Mickey signatures. I feel like I need one. I mean, if you want one, you can get one with OMI moons. I feel like OMI will outperform. I mean, it's cool. I do like it. But you have the Mickey signature on the lenticular card. But you technically don't have the full set unless you have that. It gets, it's hard. I mean, a lot of people want that set because it's the last set, you know? In that particular NFT area. But yeah. All right. I love you guys. I'm bounce. Bye. COVID is hitting pretty hard in Ohio right now. I'm home with it now. Stay safe. I really hope I didn't get it. Bye, guys.